Hi everyone, welcome back to the Psychedelic Art Exchange YouTube channel. We're here to have another concert poster chat. Right now, there's our February mega auction that's live until this Thursday, February 15th. Lots start closing at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. And the lead lot is this amazing poster that you see right here, this Grateful Dead Spring Tour 1988 Peter Max signed piece. There's a great story about how we got this poster, but why don't you just start off by sort of talking about how it came to be?
So the poster we have today is a collaboration with what many may say was the most recognizable artist of the 1960s and 70s, Peter Max, in collaboration with perhaps the most well-known rock and roll band from America in the 1960s, the Grateful Dead. And this poster represents the time when the two of them met.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, it was 1988, and the band and Max had never really worked together before. And this was presented to the band by Victor Zerbel, that was Peter Max's business manager at the time and historically. And Victor approached the band about doing some collaborative work, and this is what came out of it. There was a back and forth with the band, and Victor talks about how there was input from Jerry about the proper number of points on the lightning bolt. So we had the opportunity to purchase a handful of the Peter Max signed prints from
Right. Yeah.
Victor.
About a
What's
year ago,
that?
or was that was like a year ago? You suddenly came into a bunch of these posters.
Yeah, we were in Orlando for
Mhm.
MegaCon, which was this really absurd, huge pop culture kind of con, and
Yeah,
there was a
not
little bit
concert poster related at all. It was just like an anime fandom convention.
correct, but we were collaborating with Go Collect. They had a booth set up, and it was me and Mike King, and we were down in Orlando, and I had an opportunity to meet Victor. And Victor, is a little bit along in years. He was, obviously in his 70s. And we were at this place, this convention center in Orlando that was huge, like 3 football fields. I've never seen a convention center like this. And the guy parked like a mile away and was just shuffling him and his son. And it took him 45 minutes or an hour even to get to the convention center. Anyhow, so we were able to purchase a handful of the Peter Max signed editions of
Uh-huh.
this.
Which this
And
is, but yeah.
but this is an extra special treat. This is signed by the whole band. This got signed backstage Meadowlands 88 during the spring tour where
Oh,
this
that's so
poster
cool.
was sold.
That's awesome. And I mean, we've sold this a few times, yeah, but and we sold this design on a t-shirt too. So it was made for like other merch items, right? It wasn't just the poster.
Yeah, it was 88, and there was a t-shirt and there was the poster. And I mean 88 and 89 were a lot of fun. It was after Jerry had recovered from the diabetic coma, and he was doing his art, and he was scuba diving, and he was
Uh-huh.
happy, and the band was really, in a good place in those couple years. Before Brent died, it was really some of the best music I'd seen out of them. And we did this whole tour, and summer we went to Oxford Speedway in Maine. That was a lot of fun, and it was just sort of, it was, the peak of my experience with the Grateful Dead.
So
And
were these
being able to
sold
being
at
able
the
to
shows? Were
what's
these
that?
were these sold at the shows?
Yes,
To buy one?
the regular edition, not even
Oh,
signed by Peter Max.
gotcha. And did you
And
buy
there
it
was
back then?
I have a copy, I'm sure, somewhere. I don't even know what I have. I have so much stuff. I mean, I have a storage unit. I am not the best cataloged collector of all time. Not a hoarder, but not, I'm, not I don't know every piece that I have.
You heard it here, not a hoarder.
Not a hoarder. No.
Yeah, can you talk a little bit more about Peter Max and just why he's so important as an artist to the kind of thing that we do here?
I mean, Peter Max had a really interesting story. I mean, he
Hmm.
escaped to Shanghai with his family as a child. I mean, that's a whole nother story. But he
Yeah.
really was able to project the what was going on with the 60s flower power imagery and bring it to Madison Avenue. And he did ads for VW, 7 Up. I mean, and his posters were common in head shops all over the place. It
Yeah.
really was the most visible sort of representation. I mean, the guys in San Francisco with the posters were doing something very specific,
Uh-huh.
and they were creating art that had never been done before. Peter Max came from the same world, but he was a little bit more of a celebrity. I mean, he hung with the Beatles. He was,
Yeah.
he was the big deal. He was, so this is a big deal. And I mean, the signatures are 100% guaranteed. They were
Right.
signed backstage. I have a document from Victor when we bought it. This thing is solid. So if you're a fan of this band, there aren't a whole lot of posters from the 80s that matter. This really is. And if
Yeah.
you were on tour around this time, and it's great Max image, it has all of the classic Max elements. I mean, he did
Yeah.
a lot of work over the years, and there's a lot of these paintings and limited editions and stuff. But this is, with his sort of interpretation of the Skull and Lightning Bolt, I just think this is a banging piece, and is, something that if you're at that level of collecting Grateful Dead material, this is a piece you need.
Yeah, and it's in great condition too. It's like near mint, correct?
Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of, edge wear, but nothing serious. Maybe a touch of handling. Yeah, I mean, the poster's in really good shape. I would challenge anyone to find a better copy.
Yeah, I agree. Well, you have a few days left to bid. Again, this is available in our February mega auction. It's lot number 1, and lots are going to start closing this Thursday, February 15th at 9 p.m. Eastern time. Thank you so much for joining us, and don't forget to like and comment and subscribe. We'd love to hear from you, and we will see you next time.
Bid early and often. Concertpostergallery.com.
Bye.